Hey guys, so I guess you could call this another goat video today. Um, we're getting the barn, the old dairy barn ready for to move goats into for the winter. This is our winter housing around here. It's our best option right now. Um, but anyways, we had to clean this out and see here we got this pen up front here is clean. We got this down here mostly clean. We got to do some stuff with the fork and stuff. But what's this? Also want to start this by saying Bobcat is not a sponsor of the channel. Yet. So, let's go back a couple of weeks. We have that new Gale 5240 skid loader. I think it's awesome. It's been a really good machine, really great machine. I mean, I picked up quite a few bales with it this last week. Anyways, a couple of weeks ago we got the grapple fork on the skid loader, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna start cleaning this barn out. Well, we got in, and we'll say I was about here, and I realized that I didn't have a whole lot of clearance here. Well, okay, well, I'm in. Let's go a little farther. I think I got to about this point right here. So we're barely into this pen here. And the way I had things set up last year, I didn't have any animals in this pen over here. It was only on this half of the barn. So there was only really manure on this half of the barn. I couldn't even get to it. I hit the ceiling with my roof of the skid loader. And I thought, oh boy. Now we're kind of in trouble. We don't have anything to clean this barn out with. So I said, well, I guess we're going to have to try and rent something. So there's a company, half-hour drive south, that we've rented a skid loader in the past. Skid loader and post hole auger. When we built the hay shed and we put a fence up across the road. But anyway, so we went in there and said we need something that's this tall. I don't remember what the dimensions were. I think just under 7 foot is what we need, or like 6.5 foot high. Well, this thing was the only thing. The MT-85 Bobcat. What is it? Do you call it a skid loader? I'm not really sure. Compact mini loader, whatever. We kind of laughed. I said, okay, well, that will work. If it's our only option, it's our only option. It'll work. This is what I kind of had in mind to use, but I didn't know. And well, we kind of laughed. We pulled up to it. We kind of laughed and said, "Yeah, it's like a little toy." And you know what? It's don't get me wrong. It's a small little machine, and it looks like a little toy. But this thing thoroughly impressed me, honestly. So you stand on it. So you got a little platform back here, and you stand on it. Here's your controls. You drive the machine with this joystick. run the bucket here. You got your throttle, and it does have an auxiliary hydraulic. We couldn't use that because all they had was the regular bucket for it. Um, Cup holder even, which I think is hilarious. Operating capacity 850 pounds, which is pretty good. But yeah, anyway, so I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know whether we were just gonna have to kind of buck it loose, and I could get my skid loader in halfway at least. We can haul it out with that. First scoop I took, I knew right away that this was gonna work really well. This thing is like a miniature bulldozer, in my opinion. And obviously, it's got tracks. The tracks probably give it some pretty good grip on the floor. Pretty, good traction, I guess, is what and I mean, it scooped right under the bed pack, and we are pretty well boxed in here. We had to push it out of the way with the loader, but there's a really good pile here, and we just hauled it all out with this thing. We got towards the other end, we kind of push it out. We pushed it from that end out, and let's just say I have no question we're gonna go back next year and rent this machine. $260 for the weekend, I think was about what we had to pay. To me, definitely worth it. Definitely worth the little bit of money you have to spend. My skid loader, even if my skid loader fit just as far as my old one did, we could get in the stall here. We could get in this right here. I couldn't get in there with my other skid loader, but we could drive right in there. And we didn't get that pen over there, unfortunately. We wanted to. Come on, focus. Focus. There you go. But come up here. We still got to do some work here. I don't know if I should try and get in there or not. But I could scoop right into the stalls there and drive all the way through. And that's exactly what we did. Instead of coming in the other way, we just drove through here. I moved some gates here, and we scooped right through, and we get up in the stalls there, and I don't know what she did there. So the cool part about this is my mom actually did like 75% of it. I ran pretty hard the first day, Saturday. We rented it for the weekend, picked it up Saturday morning. I ran it for a couple hours that morning, and then I had to run, and we were finishing up beans and stuff. So Mom jumped on it, and she ran it a while, and she ran it all day today. I just kind of bummed around here for about 15 minutes tonight, and I think the barn's pretty darn clean. I mean, we get in places that we couldn't get in before. This other pen, it kind of is what it is. We're not gonna use it. That's the plan. We're gonna try and run our bucks actually together. Somehow, I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but I think we're gonna run both of them together. Be one water bucket rather than two, and we'll just save time. But so yeah, I laughed at this little machine. I called it a toy. I can't call it a toy anymore. This is a machine. Shout out to Bobcat, I guess. If you're a small farm that needs a skid loader, I mean, it's not cheap. 30,000 is what they kind of, when the guy was like, the MT-85, you know what those are? I said, well, the little toy. He said, well, it's a $30,000 toy. So, I mean, they're not cheap, but you can get in anywhere. You know, the highest point is your head, unfortunately. I only bumped my head once. Uh, I don't think mom hit her head at all. She's shorter than me, but I mean, you can clean a barn out. I was hoping they had a grapple attachment for it, but they didn't. All they had was the bucket and I believe a pallet fork, which they didn't really offer to us, but we probably wouldn't have used it anyways. Um, but yeah, I mean, an 850 pound lift capacity. I don't know if that's, um, I mean, ultimately, you are the counterweight, so it a little bit of extra weight on helps you out a little bit. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys this little machine we got here. We're gonna have to we gotta take it back early tomorrow morning, but I'm thoroughly impressed with it, honestly. If I if I had all the money in the world, definitely buy one. But it is too small for, if we were cleaning this barn out more often, maybe. But it's a once a year job. To rent one for $200 or $260 for a weekend. I mean, we'll just do that. Uh, I wish I wish I could have been around more to run it. Maybe I could have got some action footage of it. But I mean, ultimately, I look kind of funny on it because I mean, I don't know if you can see. There's only 6 inches here, and you stand up. I stand up a foot higher on that thing, so I'm crouched down, trying not to hit my head on everything. And I probably look like a complete idiot, but yeah. So barn's cleaned out. We got to move some goats here maybe this week. We'll clean this up a little bit, close it up, get go across the road and load them up, bring them home, and we're gonna start settling in for the winter. Uh, but yeah, I guess that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching. If you need a little skid loader sometime around the house, around the farmstead or whatever, you can rent one of them things. Go for it. Don't be afraid. It'll do whatever you need it to do. It did what I needed it to do. So, take care. Thanks for watching. Like the video, please, if you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell me in the comments why you didn't like it. Probably because I talked too much. Or just tell me in the comments what you did like. That helps too. And subscribe. So, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.